This is Feel Better with Lauren. I enjoy practicing what I call living a conscious life. And it's not something I want or need anybody else to follow, but it'll help illustrate my point here. If you look at the date right now of this video, you'll see that there's a lot of conflict in the world. People really feel out of control. And when people feel out of control, they subconsciously want to control things. But this isn't always in their best interest. This is sometimes comes out in negative forms. It comes out in conflict or in just negativity in general. My suggestion is to take that desire to control things and put it into a conscious state. Have it start working for you. Take control of your body, of your mind, of your breath. Do these videos every day and start taking control of yourself first. And when you start taking control of yourself first, the outside world will have less influence on the way that you feel, and you will feel better. Let's get ourselves into control. And the best way to do that is to use your breath, because your breath is something that's very easy to control. You just have to focus in on it and use it to guide yourself all around. When you control your breath, you can start controlling your body. And when you control your body, you can control your mind. And you don't have to do a whole lot of work to do that. So let's do as we often do. I'm going to start in the middle of the mat here. Let's just start feeling how you feel. Where does your brain go? Where does your body go? How does that all feeling? Sort of muscle down, and if you can sit cross-legged, feel where your body's connected to the ground. Feel what's all around you, right? Now I'm going to take 3 breaths in through our nose and out through our mouth. I like to get rid of all that stale air. Let's start with some good oxygenated stuff. So in through your nose and all the way out. In through your nose and all the way out, and in through your nose and all the way out. Now for the rest of this time, let's just breathe in and out through our nose only. And you start, we always go through it. It's the Ujjayi breathing. It's where you're fogging up a mirror, but where your mouth is closed, and it's a restrained breathing at the back of your throat. It's called Ujjayi breathing. It sort of gets you in control, and it helps you focus on everything that you do. You breathe in for about 3 to 5 seconds, you breathe out for 3 to 5 seconds. And each inhale in expands your body all around, and that expansion that you've created allows you to sink into that space. It helps you stretching, it helps with focus, and it gives you something to listen to and breathe. Let's go to the back of the mat here, staying cross-legged if you can. And let's just sit here, find a little spot, and reach your hands on an inhale all the way as high as you can above your head, like you're reaching for those skies. Just breathe in and out. And get that feeling of your breathing in, expanding your spine, and breathing out, relaxing into that expansion. You feel yourself getting taller every breath in. And this time, exhale and fall forward. Put your hands in front of you and let your spine and everything elongate. And breathe in, you create some space. And breathe out slowly, and you fall into that space. Once more. And once again. And inhale, slowly push yourself all the way up. You see how you start and you can't bend over that far, and then as you relax into it, you can bend a little further and cross your legs the other way. If you've crossed yourself this way, maybe you're kneeling, maybe you're sitting in a chair, however you want to be. So again, your hands above your head, reach for the sky, let your spine expand. One last breath in, and exhale, fall forward. One more time. Exhale, relax right down. Inhale, push yourself up. Just feel that your spine is a little longer, a little further over. Let's roll over onto our knees, our toes closest together, our knees apart, and sit back on our heels and walk our hands forward into this child's pose. And try to have your chest going towards the ground, your forehead going towards the ground. But if you can just kneel, that's okay too. The key is to keep your butt on your heels. And each inhale allows you to sort of create some space and fall into that. And you're sending your forehead, wherever that is, and your chest towards the mat. Now inhale and come up. We'll go to puppy pose. We're just sort of working down our spine here. Our knees below our hips, our hands in front of us, and again, however you are, maybe this is how far you can go, but you're sending your forehead and your chest to the mat, and your butt goes into the air. Now inhale, push yourself up, and here we are on that tabletop. And we're just going to do cat-cow, drop our belly as far as you can. Your butt goes as high as it can, and your head goes as high as it can. Some people are a lot better. Some people are just like me. So inhale, drop your stump belly. And then exhale into cat, where you really tuck your hips underneath you, separate your shoulder blades, and push the ground away. And then inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Let your belly drop, let your head go up. And exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, push your shoulder blades apart into cat. Just give a good push away from the ground, and then back to just a normal tabletop. From here onto your toes, and put your hands forward just a little bit, and we just pop into plank. Your hips about the same height as your shoulders. And again, you're pushing that ground away. So your shoulder blades are separating, your front of your body is engaged, and it actually should be quite comfortable though. Your feet sort of distant, your hip distance apart, and just relax there. Nothing's overdone on your neck. Now inhale, and go back to downward dog. Your hands are pretty much in the same spot. This is again about getting a straight line between your wrist to your elbows, to your shoulders, to your hips. So if you want to bend your legs to help facilitate that, do that. Let's just walk out our feet a little bit just to get everything in line. Your fingers, your pointing fingers facing the top of your mat, and the eyes of your elbows are facing forward as well. Once you get that sort of good stability, you can sort of relax into that and try to straighten your legs as much as is comfortable while you still keep that straight line from your wrist to your hip. Now inhale, we're going to wave through. So we inhale to plank again, stay on your toes and drop your hips, and then forward to that push-up, up to plank, and back to downward dog. We'll do that twice more, that wave. So you're moving with your breath, but you're letting a wave fall through your body. Your hips drop and up. Again, one last time. So downward dog, inhale to plank. Through plank, your hips drop. Forward to a chaturanga, up to that plank again, and back. Now forward this time, and go all the way to the ground. Untuck your toes and go to that Sphinx pose. Get your keep your butt flexed. Keep your legs apart a little bit. Push up out of your body there. If you feel you want a bit more of a stretch, you can push up to seal, which is sort of your elbows off the ground. Don't lock up your neck at all again. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. And just breathe into that. Let your body relax into it. Don't force anything, but each inhale in lets you get some room. Each exhale allows you to relax into that. One more breath in, and then relax onto the ground. Now another one of my faves. Your left arm goes out, your right leg bends, and we just roll over. You get a good stretch on your shoulder. It shouldn't hurt. If you need more of a stretch, put your hand up. If you need less of a stretch, put your hand beside, just down towards your side. Last breath in, and roll back. Just move your hips back and forth, just to get them loosened up your back. Your right arm goes out this time. Your left leg bends. I can do this a bit. And last breath in, then roll back. Just shake your hips again. Now, we're going to, if you want to, go onto your toes, lift your knees off the mat, put your hands beside your chest, your knees tucked in, and in a real straight motion, push all the way up to plank, and then back to downward dog. Now, this time, something just simple. Let's walk up to where we are into a squat at the back of the mat. Try to keep your back nice and straight. You can roll out your wrists if you want. Enjoy this on your back, though. Enjoy this on your hips opening up. Now, inhale, put your hands in front of you. Just shift your weight forward a little bit and let your butt rise to the air. And we'll just do a forward fold. Again, if you want to give yourself a little bit, you can bend your knees a little bit. Bend them, hands down on the ground, and straighten them up. And we're getting a good stretch all along this back fascia here. Let yourself hang down. I like to stand on my toes for this gorilla, and let your head hang long. And inhale, put your arms behind your back. Let your arms fall forward. And last inhale, let your arms slowly fall to the ground. Rise up, hands above your head. Your hips kick out back as far as you can. And then back to that prayer position. From here, with your right leg, we're going to go forward into a crescent lunge. So one big giant step forward as slow as you can. You want to see your first two toes, your hands above your head, nice and engaged, your hips tucked underneath. Try to drop your knee as low as it can go. That's nice and safe. And keep breathing. Now your left arm forward, your right arm back for a good twist. Use your torso to twist. And then windmill your arms back to a high spider, which is putting your weight on your left leg and onto your heel of your front. And sort of sit down into that. Last breath in. Come forward. And we just do a forward straddle fold. So your toes in a bit, your hands onto the ground. Go up to a handstand here if you want. I won't be because I can't. Last inhale in. Relax all the way down. Lift yourself up so your back's flat, a halfway lift. Exhale down again. Once more. Now spider lunge the other way. Onto your right leg. And then up to crescent lunge the other side with this time your left leg forward, your right knee to the ground, your arms above your head, holding that beach ball, your knee down as low as it can go, that's comfortable. And your right arm forward, left arm back. And now you're going to step up to the back of the mat this time. Then from here, let's just walk forward, squat down onto your back, do a reverse tabletop, your feet and your hands facing the same direction. You push up out, put your, straighten my knee, push up out of your heels. Your head can do whatever it wants. You can sway a little bit, feel a nice stretch on your shoulders, and inhale and settle your butt down to the ground. Inhale up, get some sun on your chest, and then sink into your arms. And then inhale some sun on your chest, sink into your arms. One last time. And exhale into your arms. And inhale, reach forward all the way. Grab your feet as you're going down if you can, or grab your shins, or grab behind, and we'll roll back into this happy baby pose, which is grabbing the outside of your feet, rolling on your back, letting your elbows, your knees rather, sink towards your armpits, and just let your legs fall open. You can straighten one leg if you'd like, and the other, and just sort of massage yourself a little bit, going back and forth. Now, see if you can put your feet together, if you can. We do this sort of supine butterfly pose. You can you don't have to though if you don't want to. You can put your knees to the ground. You can just squeeze your knees to your chest. This is again opening up your hips. And one last inhale. Bring your knees to your chest. Gently let your knees fall to the right, your arm fall open to the left, just a real gentle supine twist. Try to look over the back to your left arm that's straight out. And instead of trying to twist yourself, let your body just relax into this twist. This is the end almost. Last breath in. And come back and put your knees to your chest. Straighten everything up. And then your knees together. And it falls to the other side now. Your right arm straight behind you. And again, not twisting, just falling to wherever that's comfortable. I'm looking at my right hand. Last breath in. Pull your knees to your chest again. And put your feet flat on the ground. Just windshield them back and forth a little bit. Our last thing is going to be bridge pose. Just let your knees go windshield washer. Yeah. And then put your hands next to your heels. Push up out of your heels. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath. You should feel a good stretch in your quads. Your neck and your chin and everything is loose. Your hips are engaged. And up on your toes, your hands above your head, and just slowly let your spine come down. Knees to your chest again. There you go. And your feet go out to the four corners of your space of your mat. Your shoulder blades tucked underneath. You can release whatever control you've had over your breathing if you want. And actually, maybe now's a good time to put one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart, whichever ones you want. And just sort of lie here and refocus and recenter. And we'll see you in the next one.
Always talk to your healthcare professional before starting a new regime. If you experience pain, discomfort, or dizziness, slow down or stop. These videos will become easier each day, but if it doesn't feel right today, go slower or move to another video. Listen to your body.